Welcome to our investor forum. I'm Monica Young. I'm the broker of Just Global Inc. And good morning and welcome to our monthly forum. So for those who are tuning in the first time, we would like to introduce ourselves. We run the Global Real Estate Investor Club, and also we have a real estate brokerage that we sell all over the Bay Area. And we also affiliated with many real estate agents who can help you be your eyes and ears and look for properties in states like North Carolina, Texas, Florida, and Vegas. And we also have ample experience in new construction as well as resale property here locally. So currently the market conditions, we feel is very strong, for selling and also for buying. So we welcome you to set up one-on-one meeting if you have any question and interest. So the following will be the outline that we're going to cover today. So we're going to give you a market update on California as a whole. We'll give you a regional update in Bay Area. And we also will introduce the local market in various cities. There are a lot of data that's so amazing. You've got to really learn about it. And we'll give you a forecast on economic outlook for this year and next year. And also we'll share with you our listing for upcoming opportunities. Next. So California housing has seen a very, very strong growth year to year. You can see that in terms of sales, 86.7% growth. This is tremendous. And also for the price, we set a new record price for sales in California, in 2021. And it's 39.1% over last year. And now we're down to 1.8 months of inventory. And usually if you want to sell a home, the medium sales days on the market is only 7 days. Only take 1 week to sell a home. Next.
34.6啊 year to date.
Jane, can you mute yourself? Can you mute everyone?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So mortgage payment has the largest growth. So if you're monitoring your mortgage, if you have not done refinance yet, it might be an opportunity to do it ASAP because the Fed already said they're going to increase rates at least 2 times next year. So we are seeing that mortgage interest rates steadily going up, and that would also impact your payment. Next. Okay, 7 out of 10 homes are above asking price. So this gives you an idea. It's a very competitive market. So earlier we said that it only takes about 7 days to get a home sale. Right now, in order to really get a home accepted, you have to bid up over the asking price. Many people ask me and say, hey, what do you think about the market? For the areas that have good schools in particular, there are more competition. So we've been betting on one, like say in Cambrian, they listed a 1.39. They have like 6 offers, ended up it is 200,000 bidded over. So it ended is 1.6 million for a home that about 1,500 in 95124 Cambrian area. So overall, everywhere is still very active. Next one. So we're going to talk about regional housing market and talk about the Bay Area. Next. Okay, so for May, how can you mute everyone? So basically for the Bay Area, we've seen that 104% year-to-year sales. And then in terms of price, we see the existing home price went up almost 40%, 38.9%. And sales price ratio is 109.3 and 8 days in the market. So you can see that among all the Californian area, Bay Area is one of the most active, and we continue to go up in price. Next. So you can get a snapshot of the sales in different county. And by far, Alameda and say, in terms of like, say, to grow San Francisco area, we have like 78.3% change, which is the top. Santa Clara County also 74.3%. Alameda, you see actually a lot of growth in price. You're going to see that. And also it's 70% growth. So far, you know, the market definitely it become more robust this year versus last year. Next. And in comparison with previous years, this particular year, you know, like almost like after the pandemic, you know, is like last July or so, we can see a lot of activities pick up and it's much, much higher than a normal year. And 8 out of 10 counties, you can see all positive. Some of them like say almost 30% higher, like San Francisco, like Santa Clara County is 20% higher. Even Sonoma, like Santa Rosa, Napa, you see a lot of activities. The only negative one is Solano and Marine. But all these counties, 8 out of 10, are very, very active in sales. Next one. Housing supply is so tight in all different counties that you can see that the dark green is last year and May of this year is the light green. You can see inventory has become less. All negative is in terms of supply. When the supply is so tight, when there are so many buyers because of low interest rate, then we have a bidding wall. So you can see that like the drop most is like Napa. I think because of all this happening, you know, with the hot weather, Napa has like tighter inventory, but now people can work remotely, you know, in last year. So that's a big demand on housing. So, you know, low inventory lead to very tight competition next month. 8 of the 10 homes in the Bay Area sold about asking price. So you can see that like in San Francisco County, almost 80% of people have to bid over. Santa Clara County is almost 82%. And so Alameda is even more keen competition. 90% of the buyers have to bid above the asking price. So this gives you an idea. If you are a buyer, you could be very careful. And then if you're a seller, this is good news. That is a good time to sell now. Next one. Medium home price is really mind-boggling when you look at it. By far, Santa Cruz County has gone up number one, 52.9%. I see a lot of my other clients, they start buying properties or remodeling in Santa Cruz County because a lot of people would like to work remotely. And then others like Alameda County, you know, because East Bay become like really gone after because the price point was not that high earlier, but now it's gone up almost like the change of price is almost like 37.4%. And Contra Costa, of course, you know, if we're talking about Pleasanton, San Ramon, all this good school area, Dublin, a lot of bidding all going on. And like you can see that last year is like 690,000 as medium home price. Now it's over $1 million. So it's gone up quite a bit. On the other hand, like San Mateo County is only gone up like 25%. San Francisco, a lot of people have left town. It's very moderate increase. And Santa Clara County has gone up 22.7%. Next. So affordability, oh, this is really, you know, something interesting to look at. Some of the places like Mono County, only 3% of people can afford to buy the property. And in San Francisco and Santa Clara County now is about 20% of people can afford to buy a home. And in California, medium home affordability is 27% of the people can afford to buy a home. So it's kind of changing every day, every month, as we see that just so many buyers want to buy a home now. Next. Local housing market. So I'm going to share with you some of the information about the city. Fremont, okay, it is medium home price now 1.46. It gone up 32.2%. So congratulations, Fremont home buyers. homeowners that you actually see a lot of equity in homes that you currently hold homes in Fremont area. That continue to be very, very active market, you can see. So sales price 112%. Next. Oakland, we continue to also have clients looking in Oakland because it's kind of closer to, for instance, San Francisco, but not as expensive. It has gone up 40%. It's now medium home price 1.2 million. So beware. But then, however, if you're buying multiplexes in Oakland, you might still be able to get a deal. So for those people who are investor, you can talk to us. You know, there's still a lot of multiplexes in Oakland. The price is pretty affordable. But of course, you know, like Oakland also pretty well known for the rent control. But then there's still also good opportunity. Next one. San Ramon. Yeah, we've been looking at homes in San Ramon and Pleasanton. We closed on some. It's gone up 43% year to year. It's amazing. Medium home price is 1.57 million. Over 100 homes sold, and medium homes on the market 6 days, less than a week. You can sell a home in San Ramon. So you know, like for people who are holding homes in San Ramon, it's good news, huh? Then you can really get very good price. Next one. Menlo Park. Okay, so a lot of Facebook employees probably would be trickling back to work in the Menlo Park office. We are seeing that more activities now. In the last year, many people working remote, but I heard some of my Facebook clients told me that the company do want them gradually going back to work in the campus. So we can see that it's a 35% increase of home price. Menlo Park is amazing. Of course, you know, it depends whether you're buying in West or East Menlo Park. So median home is over 3 million. Days on the market is a little bit over a week, and the inventory is only 60. Nikki. San Mateo. So Mid-Peninsula, again, you know, if you're not buying a home in San Francisco, then the next one you're looking at would be in the Mid-Peninsula. So San Mateo has been highly sought, but it's not as competitive as you can see in other areas like Fremont or Oakland. But still, you know, you can see a 13.9% growth in medium home price, and usually they would get a buyer about like a little bit over a week, and sales price still have to bid over. Next. San Francisco. A lot of people actually left San Francisco in terms of rental during the pandemic. Now, you know, like they are returning. Okay, so I heard that some of the people, especially some of the landlords or high rise, they're raising rent by about $10 per day. If you don't sign a lease, your rent will go up $10 each day. So if you sign at the end of the month, it go up, say, maybe another $60 or $100. So many people are going back, returning, because the office is expecting them to work, to return to work in the venue at least maybe 3 or 4 days a week. So we see that the rental market becomes strong, and so is the sales market now is picking up. So it would take about 11 days to sell a home in the market. And even though at one time during the pandemic, price has gone down, now it picked up again. So it's average 1.9 million with about 16.7% growth in price year to year, and 246 for sale. San Jose, okay, wow, we have 21.7% growth year to year in medium home price. We've seen property a little bit inventory picking up, as I think many people are relocating. Some of them are leaving California, as you may have read on the news. They are trying to save some state income tax. Some of them moved to Nevada. Some of them maybe to Texas. Some of them maybe North Carolina. So San Jose home's still very active. It takes only 7 days to sell a house. It's 110% above, you know, 10% above the asking. So if you're buying home, still like maybe inventory is still okay, but then and again, you know, be prepared for a bidding war. Next. Santa Cruz is really, you know, like amazing to see 62% growth in price in Santa Cruz area, just year to year. Now average 1.5. So if you are a homeowner, you should be happy. But then if you are buying in Santa Cruz, you know, you got to watch out because as people return to work, I think some of the pyramid area, they might get stable in price because, you know, many of the companies do expect the employees to go in 3 or 4 days a week. So for the commute from Santa Cruz back to work, it might still be, you know, like a meandering Highway 17. It would take time. But then, you know, so far we can see that it has performed very well in growth. Vacaville, good news to some of my clients who homes in Vacaville, and it goes up about 18.5%. So the median home price like become 580, and it would take about more than 2 weeks to sell a home. So still also an overbid. Next one. Okay, so how about economic outlook? So, well, we do expect that price continue to be strong in terms of like if you look at the economy, is expecting this year to have a 33.4% bounce back, you know, from a negative. But of course, still they have like about 9 million of the people still do not have job in the U.S. But for Bay Area, being that we are more in tech and biotech, you know, we've been faring quite well. And in terms of price, it depends on it heavily. I think it have to be doing with the interest rate. So if interest rate will heckle up a bit more, it might have some, I think, slowing down effect in the housing market. So we have to watch. Next one. So in terms of like GDP growth, we're expecting a 6.8% growth this year. So definitely a good bounce back from the previous one. But people are still concerned about like the inflation that's coming. So, you know, like already some of the places that already record 4 to 5% inflation growth. And non-farm growth and all this job growth, I think would be pretty stable. And unemployment rate will be kept down from 8%. Next year probably will drop to 4.6%. Next. California, you know, like say we can see that we have a very high, you know, unemployment in the last year and steadily improving. We will be hovering down to 5.67%. But this is for the whole California, not just looking at the Bay Area. But then in terms of our population growth, a lot of people are leaving, but still we're still pretty stable. You know, I think when our jobs become better, you know, more people would continue to come in. But so far, we are having a pretty stagnant population growth. This year may be negative, next year very minor. Next. Okay, so many people still ask us about like, say, will there be any foreclosure? Some of the places you might see it, maybe more in the middle part of the United States. But then California, we only have 1.3% of people underwater that they are behind in the mortgage, negative equity. So we don't foresee a lot of short sale or foreclosure coming. So just give you an idea, you know, where we see more problem. Not so much in the California area. Next one. So some of the listing to share with you. We currently have a Cupertino home for sale. Is asking for 1.8 million. Is Lynbrook High Miller Meadow, is very good school. It's detached, and also with a 5,000 square feet lot. So we would continue to be open this weekend. Now, you know, with the pandemic, it's almost over. Now the association allow open house, but you still have to wear a mask. So you could go direct. And if you have interest in this home, contact me, and we could set it up for you to view. Next one. So we have one coming up in Walnut Creek. And so my client's doing a 1031 exchange. And then if you have any of your family members looking for a condo or homes, you know, in Walnut Creek, let us know, because like I checked, like it only takes about 30 minutes to go into San Francisco, and there's BART in Walnut Creek. So it's a good area to look at. Next one. So Evergreen Home is good for, you know, the school is being remodeled, as you can see. And so this home should be done with remodeling soon. And so Evergreen has good school, and still the price still, pretty good. You can get like homes like this size, like almost 1,800 for about 1.3 million. But then the price is going to be set. Next one. So like, not yet. So I know that we talk about North Carolina. The theme is North Carolina today, but I still have people ask me about Austin. But Austin, I can tell you the price has gone over 6%, 60% year-to-year growth. Okay, almost. If you have, gone with us, we have a couple of property tours. We sold many homes in Austin. If you have bought it in 2019, the chance that you have like anywhere 60 to 80% growth in equity. We hope that will happen in North Carolina too, because there's a big demand for housing as the high-tech jobs grow. But this one, if you're interested, it started from $469 for 1,900 to about $625 for 2,800. The tax is high, 2.92. I think this type of home is more for owner-occupied. But like, since some of you asked me, hey, how about Austin? If you're still interested or you're thinking about relocating or retiring, you can consider this. But this is for bidding. It's not just you can reserve and walk in. No, it's for bidding. So contact me if you have any interest on it. Next. So I'm Monica. I have a couple of my associates working with me as a team. We do local real estate in Bay Area, as well as out-of-state investment. So if you want to reach out, you can email us or give us a call. Okay, so that's it